we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to write on Instagram what I can't say here anymore so we can be good. Because now I've seen that it happened twice. Hi, my name is Miladies. Welcome to Galactic Hood Buddha. I am a spirit shifter where I take you into your journey of self-awareness. You can find me anywhere with Galactic Hood Buddha or Hood Buddha. Just Google me. I'm here today to tell you that next week is going to be a productive week as well as a fear-facing, challenging week. So as you move forward in the things that you want to do, your fear is going to come up. So there's going to be that that energy pull. Don't forget to know to check your sun, moon, and rising so that you can see the different aspects of yourself. We hold all 12 energies of the zodiac wheel, and each time that aspect gets illuminated, you get illuminated, and then the energy is available for us to use it. I like the way they put that. Thank you, Spirit. And don't forget that we also have a group, Buy Me a Coffee, where we have easy and quick tips for you to keep yourself in alignment. We have monthly meditations and Reiki sessions, as well as calendars and just spiritual challenges for yourself. And it's also a safe group where you can interact with each other and myself to be able to understand some of the things that are happening to you that you can't speak to your dogs about, or your friend who may think that you part of that woo-woo group. Hey, all right. And so with that being said, last week the energy was really heavy. As you can see, I wasn't even able to upload a video. I was out for the count. It was like heal. And that's what happens as well when you kind of like run away from your healing. It catches up to you through sleep. Like it'll make you really tired. Your body is aching, and it just puts you in a space of not doing anything. And that's the energy of letting you know, like, hey, it's time to heal. It's time to take a break. And for me, myself, I have a hard time taking a break, but I do know how to take naps. All right. Also remember, this is a general reading, so whenever you're watching this, know that there's deeper aspects to you personally. So if you want a personal reading, go ahead down below and check that out. I also put below a video that I put out in April. Pluto is in Capricorn retrograde. I believe that's the video. And that energy is available all the way up to October. October, there's going to be a rush of energy of us just moving forward very quickly. Excuse me, moving forward very quickly, because a lot of the planets are in retrograde, and once they become direct, it's like go city. That's what I look at. I look at it. And that's because we're in a space of reviewing a lot of things, where we want to be, who do we want to be around, do I even want to do this anymore? And yes, that's going to be the energy that continues until you are in the right space of where you want to be, feeling happy, feeling safe, feeling peace. So it is a life journey until you find that happy space for yourself. So the energy, like I said, is going to be a go-getter energy. Each planet has a zodiac sign that it represents, and it's going 5 of them are going to be in their personal home. So it's just like putting 2 batteries together, and it's just like, but with those 2 batteries putting together, your confidence and your ego and your higher self, all those aspects are being combined at this current time, so that you can be able to figure out what energy best works for you. So, all right, Monday, Venus is going into Libra. I'll be talking about that in a little bit. And when Venus goes into Libra, that's exactly for the rest of the week until Sunday. All 5 planets will be in that space. Who are the 5 planets? I got them right here for you. You have Mercury is going to be in Virgo. Venus is going to be in Libra. You have Saturn that's already in Aquarius. You have Uranus that's in Taurus, but that's That's not part of it. My bad. Let me take that out. I'm going to tell you later. You have Neptune that's in Pisces, and you have the sun that's in Leo. The sun is a star, but it also represents Leo. So all that energy is going to be potent for us to be productive with people, not be petty, not be in competition, but actually helping each other out to get to our next step. Is going to be filling a bit of a community space. And we need that because our fears are going to be coming up. And if your community is not there to assist you with your fears, then that also gives you an indication of where you need, where not where you need, but where the advice is to shift the energy so that you can find a community to be able to support you. So with Mercury is about language, is about money, siblings, it's about your youth, the way we think. And in Virgo, it's about organizing yourself, using your hands to, hey, Grand Rising, using your hands to get things done. Cleaning around the house. Y'all know Virgos, they like to organize. Virgos, all right? Okay. And they like to organize. So with Mercury there, you're going to have the mentality to organize next week. With Venus, we're also going to be feeling sexy, sensual. Remember that the sun is in Leo too, so we feeling ourselves. Right? And so that energy is going to be there. Saturn is the planet of order, organization, is in Aquarius. So when it comes to the collective, there's that energy of how can we organize groups to be able to help us out as a community. There's that community energy coming in. And then you have Neptune, who is part of the transcending area for us. It's in Pisces, and it's really talks about our fantasies, our imaginations. Where do we want to be? How are we daydreaming, and how are we taking those daydreams and with the rest of the planets putting them into action next week? So pull out that notebook that you have with the things that you wanted to do. If you have your full moon and new moon notebooks, pull those all out. Whatever you use to manifest, pull it all out and see what has manifested for you and what has not, what has worked. What has worked, continue to do that and amplify that times 2, right? And what has not worked, give yourself that ability to RIP it, right? Tell it peace. Thank you for showing me what did and did not work. But don't beat yourself up for being in that space and time. So yes, so Tuesday we're going to, like I said, we're going to be looking at our personal growth. We're going to be looking at how our money is where our money is going, how it's happening, how can we get more of it, you know. And Wednesday we are also going to be finishing up a lot of things, right? We're going to have that energy where we're going to be if you said that you was going to finish that certification, you're going to do that for yourself. If you said that you're going to start working out, you're actually going to take action. So there's a lot of action happening. And this is one of the reasons why I like Virgo season, because Virgo really puts you in that pep in your step for those of us who are in a space of needing a push, but not having an actual person to push us anywhere, right? You have that energetic feeling of, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to do this. And let's do the bare minimum, right? The bare minimum gets us very far. When we start overwhelming ourselves about how much we want to do, personal experience, we don't do it. I don't do it. I be like, I'm going to do this every day. No, you're not. Stop lying. Let's be real. That's another thing. When your fears start coming up, is your mind is going to start talking to you and be like, you're not going to do that every day. No, you're not. So you have to sit there and convince your mind that you will by doing the bare minimum and stay to your word. Find an accountability group. All right. Now, what I wanted to say about Uranus is going to shift and it's going to go retrograde. Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus is about a material world. Again, Taurus is about us being in a space of self-worth. Like, how do we look at ourselves? And we have been pretty much reinventing ourselves, right? And that's because of all of the energy that has been coming up. During the time that Uranus was in Taurus, it was back with the Great Depression. So it also talks about financial stability. And we can see right now how there's a lot of instability with our finances due to all the external activities that's been happening. And we'll leave it there. So with that being said, all of that is going to go into review right now. And we're really going to be focusing on what the fuck do I need to do to feel happy and to feel content and not allow the material world to rule my internal world and my feelings? Because a lot of us have that connection because of how we grew up. So that's pretty much what's going to be happening in a short version, right? Because I could be here all day talking about this, especially with Mercury and Virgo. I will be doing another video because now it's about like 4 or 5 planets when Uranus goes into retrograde. I'm going to go ahead and do a whole video on the retrograde. But I'm going to do the video of when they start going direct because October is going to be lit. All right. I pulled out a couple of cards for the collective. I know that we have new subscribers here. Thank you so much for being here. And I pulled out several cards for whoever it resonates with. If you're a candle magic worker, I have a candle that's going to be great for this week coming up for you. If you're a person who is into the elements, there's going to be an element that's going to direct you into a space where you want to be. If you're into chakras, there's a chakra that you can work with. So we're going to start off like that every week so that everybody can get a little taste, even if you may feel like something doesn't resonate with you. It may or may not. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. So, oh, and a crystal. So the crystal, for those of you who enjoy crystal, see? Snowflake obsidian, shadow, integration, and introspective. And what this talks to me about is that balance that I was expressing of that energy of the 5 planets giving us that push to do what we can, but then is there, oh, y'all see my nails? I don't care. And then that fear coming up. So snowflake obsidian is a soft crystal that allows you to bring in that shadow with calmness. So if you have crystals, black obsidian will be great during those times that you are going through those fear tactics. For those of you who are into directions, you have the South, challenge, endurance, and overcoming. Going back to that energy, that South energy of letting go is when you think about the North Node and the South Node. So South Node, what do we not want to carry with ourselves anymore? We are here to face that challenge. So going to the direction of facing your challenge using the crystal will definitely, it's like diving deep into your shadow side. Are you ready for it? That's going to assist you. The element Earth. Ooh, this is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And it's about support, logic, nature, nurturing yourself. While you're decluttering your negative side, while you're decluttering that side that no longer serves you, provide that energy out into the field of nature. Go and ground yourself. What does it look like? Do not allow yourself to be in a space of not knowing what is around you. Ground yourself, right? Find out your senses. Eat, material world. All those things are going to help you. This also talks about getting into your finances, right? Earth, money, get into your material world. Do not allow your material world to shift you from what you have been doing. The third eye, seeing things clearly, is going to assist those who work with their chakras. Working with your third eye, working with the energy of Pisces, that's the energy of Neptune again. And Neptune is in its home sign. So your third eye can provide you with additional information and clarity towards why those fears are there, right? It can be, for example, myself, I have the fear of success, and I expressed this to you guys before. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. However, the mission is different, and I got to get on my own way. And that's where I'm at. You understand what I'm trying to say? And so with that being said, those fears, as I expressed before there was a video that got cut off, the fear could be from past lives. The fear can be from our ancestors. The fear doesn't necessarily have to be from here. This is why I say to myself, how can I have fear of success if I'm always pushing myself towards the better version of myself, right? So there's that contradiction. And so that puts us in self-sabotage, right? That's another thing that we do for ourselves, and that's what I do. So I have to understand, like, clear that shit the fuck up. Know that you're being placed here for a reason, and just continue to move forward, all right? And then by getting that third eye, to know where those fears activated, to know where those fears are at, it's a great thing for you. And for my candle magic lovers, we have the orange candle, vitality, attraction, and expression. That talks about the creativity, the sacral energy, the energy of knowing that no matter where things are at, you're able to still be, in the space of creating your next move all the time. So lighting up a small standstill candle or a round one like this, and writing on it, scribing it, energy is lit always. I don't care what nobody say. You could change the energy with water. You rub your hands together, hold your candle, set that intention in, speak to it. I mean, have a little moment, bring it here. It's all about it. You can manifest anything that you want, but when you don't have no energy towards that manifestation, it will stay right there with that energy. So if you're excited, it's gonna go with that excitement. It's all up to you. You're the magician. You're the alchemist. You understand? You truly are. And you hold it. And you set your intentions and do whatever it is that you do. Add little herbs. Don't burn the place. All right? So that's the collective energy as far as what you can do to help you shift through this energy. Thank you, Spirit, for that, because I like that. That was dope, right? I'll be surprised about what they have me do. I was sad last week when they told me I couldn't come on. They was like, we ain't got no messages. Lay down. All right. So the overall energy for everyone this week, the 8 of coins in reverse. There goes that coins again, and there goes that creativity aspect. If you look at it from this perspective, it's working alone or feeling like you're working alone. But when you're next to this tree is knowledge. Tree is rooted, right? We go back to that earth energy. You see all those coins on the trees. You already are creative, but yet some way, somehow, you still feel like you need to continue to create more and more and more. Why? Do you not know that you are unique? Uranus energy brings that originality out of you. I already expressed to people, based on the different systems that's around the world, there's so many systems that can indicate a little bit more about who you are based on your birthday, right? Your birthday is very important, right? So human design, astrology, tarot, meditation, exercise, nutrition, all those little systems that's out there is already embedded inside of you based on our society. All you have to do is tap in. What is it that you want to do, right? To get you to a creative space. What we have to move. You want to be somewhere, but there's no movement. So this talks about move, do something. You already got enough under your belt. Go ahead and now make moves, right? That's for all of us. And then if you like to ground, sit by a tree. That's definitely going to help you get the knowledge. Aries, we're going to, oh hell no. Y'all, the only way, y'all know, I don't know how I'm going to stop picking up cards off the floor. I got to find a way. I'm going to learn. Because the way I can stay focused is by pulling out one card at a time. Y'all know that. However, these flying cards are crazy. All right. Aries, you have the 2 of coins. That's bringing in that balance, bringing in that priority, connecting with other people, meeting people halfway next week. Next week is all about also beauty. You see that little tutu? Get cute, Aries, next week and face your priorities. Meet people in the middle. With the 2 of Pentacles, also, some of y'all could be meeting somebody next week that really resonates with you, and this could be a business partner. Like, I do see a strong connection moving towards your next step. So if you've been feeling like people have not been assisting you, if you've been feeling left out, all those little aspects, there's going to be now an energy that's going to push you towards the people that is going to be assisting you. And you can see one color is lighter than the other. That goes back to that balancing out that that higher vibration. Y'all gotta help me. We're gonna make sure that we shift this, because I want to shift into the energy of knowing that energy is what it is, right? No, not negative or positive, but I'm working on it. So that really talks about balancing that energy of your fears and what you want to achieve. So that Two of Pentacles is really good. With that circle is also infinity. So anybody, there's some people that you're going to be meeting that's going to be in your life for a very long time. And where the person facing with the back, you're also going to be leaving people for a very long time. All right. Taurus. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Taurus. Wow. This week is shift, 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 shift. And this talks to me about if you're into astrology, your whole natal chart is activated at this time. There could be specific aspects in your natal chart that's being active. And right now it's really about transformation for you. And it's only a matter, this looks like a clock, so it's only a matter of time before you, Taurus, starts realizing where you need to be. And so right now, you can see here that he's leaving something. This eagle, I don't even know why I called it a he, but the eagle is leaving something behind, right? And it's flying towards something new. So this is like, I want to say this cycle has ended for you. Whatever does not feel good next week, shift, because you're going towards something much better. You see how there's clarity here and this is cloudy? It's like you're going to be in a better space next week, but the shutting needs to happen in order for you to see that clarity. Here, the colors are more lighter, and here are darker. So there goes that aspect again for you, Taurus. All right, and the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about that too. Unexpected, Taurus. Yes, you have Uranus going retrograde. So this makes sense. You see what I mean? It makes sense. So Uranus is in your sign. So that shift of where you didn't know where you was going, how things were happening, now is next week. Everything's gonna click for you, right? Because that's also that click. So everything is gonna click for you, and you're going to be in a much easier space to think and to make brighter decisions for yourself next week. So I got Uranus going retrograde is good. Uranus. Cancer with the Four of Wands. Cancer, you celebrating on the inside. Maybe you're not celebrating with other people, but you're definitely celebrating on the inside next week. Something happened last week or the last 3 weeks that put you in a space of happiness. You might have met somebody. Okay, Cancer. All right. You might have made it official, right? Did you get married? Are you on a honeymoon? Let me know. But what this is talking about is purity, clarity. It also talks to me about you have shifted a lot of your fears. And so now you're in a space of celebration. There's still a little aspect of fear happening for you. This also talks about grounding, working on your lower chakras as well, so that you can be able to celebrate with ease and not feel any type of overwhelmness. So this also talks to me about people that you're leaving behind. So Cancer, you're also leaving people behind to start this new journey for yourself. And with the Four, it's about stability. So you definitely from the inside are feeling stable, grounded, and in tune with yourself next week. You feel at home next week, whether that's physically or that's emotionally or spiritually. And if you haven't felt that way, next week you're putting your seatbelt on and you're diving deep into that aspect so you can find joy, peace, and happiness for yourself. Leo, you have the Prince of Disc in return. That's the page. No. Hey. That's the Knight, pardon me. The Knight of Pentacles. I do hear irresponsibility, Leo. So I'm not sure what responsibilities may have been placed on your plate, but next week you may feel like those decisions that you made has put you in a space feeling stuck, right? This person right here feels stuck, Leo. You feeling, it could be feeling stuck with money, right? There's a gap here. It's like you may have invested in something and you're waiting for it to grow and it has not reached its potential yet. So next week you may be feeling stuck on cash flow. This also talks about feeling like you didn't make a right decision. Again, that goes back to that. And not being able to push forward. If you have any type of ideas or innovation and people are not budging towards your idea, do not get mad or upset. Remember that the idea came to you, so there will be a path for you to find the people that's going to help you with this thoughts and ideas, but don't let it go if it's something that really fills your heart, Leo. All right. This also talks about new beginnings when it comes to money. So some of you guys may have had a new job come in, so the shift is coming. Your first paycheck may be a little bit, so you're just like, what the fuck is this? You know, but that allows you to know how much taxes they're taking out of you, how you're going to budget. Is this job for you? Is this job not for you? So that also talks about that. But there's growth in your money coming in next week. So I really do get that energy, Leo, for you to look at your finances in a different perspective. Get a finance. No, let's get it together. Get an accountant if you need to. And for those of you who have a business, go ahead and reach out to any aspect of people who are literate in finances so that you can get that loan that you wanted. Virgo, you got the King of Wands, Virgo. You spicy on the inside. Spicy on the inside. What you got going on? Yes. First of all, let's get this together. Mercury is going to be in Virgo. Your zodiac sign is about to be lit with a bunch of people going in there, a bunch of planets. So right now you're feeling that energy of your time coming, your season is coming, and you're getting organized. Some of you guys are getting really organized to the space where you just like, it's my season. What should I be doing? And so I like that energy for you because last year the pandemic had y'all in his face. Had y'all in the space. So this year you're active and you're thinking to yourself, where can I be and what can I do? Do mind your body next week, right? Because this talks about with the fire, this talks about maybe overdoing it with your body next week. Maybe your birthday's coming up and you like, I gotta exercise, and you out there exercising, and it's just like, chill out, Virgo. Don't overdo it, right? Because you may not be able to make it to your birthday party because of your muscles being so sore. You know what I mean? And but this does talk about you being in the element of fire. And so when you combine your earth energy with the fire energy, there can be two things. There could be a beauty of you moving into a space of where you want to be, but also burning, right? Because a fire can burn stuff, burn trees and everything. So see how you can balance that energy. Where's your ego at? Always tap into yourself, Virgo, next week. Where's your energy at? How are you feeling, right? There may be some heartbreaks that happen next week. They made me look at this card. That's why I said that. Next week, there might be some mental decisions that you have to make, but you're clear about it. Look how y'all made me pull out another card. Go ahead. You're clear about where you're going to be, but that energy, that fire energy is going to put you in a space of that decision of like, all right, I have to make the decision. And some of y'all might make those raw decisions, maybe you have to do it. Do what? Let it go. Dear angels and archangels, let's go. Libra. The Prince of Cups, emotions. Right here is the beginning of emotions. How are you feeling? I see me behind my finger. Your emotions, how are you feeling? Your emotions are going to be high next week, Libra. Really, really high, right? But I'm talking about like not like crying, right? Because the water's down here. But your emotions are going to be really high on how you treat yourself. You're going to be in a space, right? Because that energy of Venus is there. So you're really going to tap into that romance and love energy. You may be in a space of redecorating, right? That some feel at home. But this person really talks about carrying along what they have learned about their emotions and then putting them in a space of not internalizing it. So this is emotional intelligence next week, being unbothered next week, that if people come in and try to like rock your boat next week, you just like, it's okay. I've learned this. I've carried this with me, and now I know what I can endure and what I am not going to endure. And so, Libra, you're going to be really standing up for yourself next week. And again, moving into a space of harmony with your emotions next week. That's beautiful, right? Who's next? I wish I could talk to me. Dun, 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 dun. Scorpio. Scorpio, you got the Hierophant in reverse. And that's number 5. So there's a change in religion next week. So some Scorpios may be shifting their energy when it comes to what they believe in. And so with the Ray, it's about knowledge. So next week you could be in a space of leaving behind old parts of yourself next week and stepping into a new version of yourself. And that could be tapping into different spiritual, I want to say, realms. Okay. Connecting with your crown chakra, being in different spiritual realms. That's not for everybody. Of course not. Of course it's not. Connecting with your spiritual team. I heard some of y'all gotta hear this. Connecting with your galactic family. And there's a key at the bottom here. So there could be next week for you a crossroads, Scorpio, of making a decision. You could be making a decision between 2 people, between 2 apartments, between 2 jobs, but you do have 2 opportunities at this time next week where a decision has to be made, and it would talk about you diving into your intuition. So these 2 are your decisions. This is your situation, whatever it is that you're going through. This is the crossroad here. And then this is you making that decision, but from a higher perspective, from where it makes you feel stable and grounded. And with the clouds like that, it talks about your mindset. So you're really going to be up here a lot next week, organizing and clearing and making decisions. Again, 5 is about change. Sagitario. Sagitario, tú estás empezando de nuevo. You got the Fool starting from scratch. So you started from scratch. I do feel like some Sagittarius are wanting to move or take a vacation and take the bare minimum with them, starting from scratch. And the Fool talks about feeling the need to take a leap and not know where you're going, but knowing that there's somewhere that you need to be. This part talks about emptiness for me. So some of you guys may be feeling lonely in the inside next week, or just really figuring out yourself, and then, or not knowing what is your energy and having to take that trip, having to be by yourself next. And if you do have kids, to figure out, who am I, right? So a lot of Sagittarius may be in that space. So camping out for 1 day or 2 days, hanging out with a friend, going over, getting out your space next week. Get out your own space next week. Maybe your space is not in the most comfortable and the most comfortable energy for you to heal whatever it is that needs to be healed at this current time, to figure yourself out. Contact a friend, ask them if you can stay over for a day or two and not be bothered. Go to a friend's house that they don't bother you now. Because if you're gonna go to somebody's house and they're gonna tell you their problems, then that may not be good for you. Because then how are you figuring yourself out? So, you know, it's more of like, who in your space